Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I've been MIA for quite some time now and I'm really sorry about that, guys. There is a reason for it. If you do want to know, please stick around and I'll let you know why. And if not, please go to this timestamp right here and I'm just going to dive right into the video. So for those of you that have stayed, thank you. The reason I've been gone for literally 7 months is because I'm officially 7 months pregnant. Either you know from my socials or you just found out right now. Anyways, literally when I first got pregnant, I was working 2 jobs. I got a fitness coordinator job and my full-time night job. Literally, I was working 50 to 55 hours a week. I was sick, I was exhausted, morning sickness, all those lovely things, and I just could not do anything other than work. Fast forward a little bit, I literally got COVID and a cold in like 3 months. With the added stress, I just could not do it any longer. I had to quit my second job, unfortunately, and I just needed a break from everything. From YouTube, from working, I just needed to kind of like feel like myself again. Second trimester, finally started feeling better, but I literally like kind of lost all ambition to do anything. So I had to really work on it. Luckily, I have been consistent at the gym now for quite some time, and I think I'm finally ready to get back onto my socials, YouTube and Instagram, possibly TikTok, I don't know. So hopefully I'm back, guys. We'll see how many videos I can do. Still a crazy time right now in my life, but hopefully I'm back because I really did miss making videos. And yeah. So with that all being said, something last week specifically happened to me that kind of gave me an idea for this video. So that brings us to today's video. Today's video is how to stop binge eating with intuitive eating. I did this in the past. That's how I stopped binge eating about 2 years ago. But unfortunately, binge eating kind of slowly crept back into my life. I'm gonna blame pregnancy on this, but it honestly could be because of a bunch of different reasons. So I decided I'm gonna start looking back into intuitive eating, and I thought I would help you guys if you guys want to learn a little bit more about intuitive eating. I really truly do help. It helps with people that binge a little bit, and I just wanted to let you guys know my specific points that I enjoyed from the book, and maybe it'll help you guys as well. The book is Intuitive Eating by Evelyn, Tribole, and Elyse, Resch. So first and foremost, what is intuitive eating? Well, partial definition is intuitive eating is a non-diet approach to changing your eating habits. It means you make peace with all types of food. You're supposed to stop perceiving foods as good or bad. Instead, you are supposed to listen to your body and eat what feels right for you. Intuitive eating has 10 principles. I'm only going to go through the ones that I liked and the ones that worked for me. But if you really want to get a really good concept of what intuitive eating is, I really highly recommend you read the whole book. It gives you tons of different things that you can do. A lot of those I did. It really helped me stop binge eating and like kind of make peace with food and stop eating large portions. So I do think that it definitely helps you become healthier. I also wanted to let you guys know that I was also getting help from a health coach at the same time I was reading this book. So some of it could have been my health coach helping me as well with my binge eating and food in general. So if you guys do want to know some techniques that my health coach gave me, please let me know in the comments below. I will dig out my notebooks that I had when I was working with her, because it'll be good for me to even kind of like go through them as well and come up with some tips that she gave me to also help with food in general and just being a healthier person. So, but today's video is about intuitive eating. So let's finally start with the principles here, guys. The first principle is making peace with food. This principle means giving yourself unconditional permission to eat. So the authors are also nutritionists, but they believe that if you don't allow yourself a specific food, then that can lead to binge eating. But if you allow yourself to eat whatever you want, your body is not gonna like go into that, you know, shock mode that like, I need it now type thing. So literally, you probably personally experienced this if you've ever done a diet. For some reason, you go on a diet and all of a sudden, every single thing that you didn't ever think about, you're thinking about now. Literally, think about Robin Scherbatsky and the lobster.
I'm afraid you're allergic to lobster. You can never, ever have it.
Anytime you are not allowed to have something, you usually want it 10 times more. So, by allowing yourself to eat whatever you want, whenever you want, their thought process is you're not, like, you shouldn't crave it as much. You're still gonna crave food, of course. Food, junky foods or unhealthy foods, they taste good. Of course you're gonna crave them, but the whole concept is you're not gonna like have this uncontrollable urge to eat everything in the pantry, and you're not gonna binge on everything that you see because you're like not allowing yourself to have it. This brings me to the next two principles. Feel your fillness and discover your satisfaction factor. These two kind of go hand in hand together. So, the first one is legitly how it sounds. It really just means listening to your body when you're eating, seeing when you're full. So, how many of us are actually eating mindfully and thinking when we're eating? Probably 5%. So, by just sitting down, no distractions, no TV, no phones, and actually tasting your food and feeling if you're satisfied, if you're full, that's kind of what they mean by this statement. So, by feeling your fullness, the minute that you're full, you're supposed to stop eating. Even if it tastes good or even if you still want more, the thought process with this is listening to your body and actually like trusting yourself and stop eating. So with that being said, I understand when something tastes good, you want to keep going. When you're binging, you want to keep going. I have some tactics. I can't remember if I learned them from the book or from myself. Literally just put the food away, put it out of sight. If you have to, go distract yourself, go for a walk, go for a bath, work out, do whatever you need to do to distract yourself, and tell yourself this: if I still want this in an hour, I can go back and have it. That's the giving yourself unconditional allowance to eat, right? But think to yourself, why would I sit here and get sick from overeating when I literally can eat it in 1 hour when I start getting a little bit hungry again, right? And just by like putting it away out of sight, hopefully that helps your like mind kind of like stop thinking about it. Also, when you're eating, actually taste your food and see like when you're getting to the satisfied, okay? Use this chart right here. This is a really good chart. So when you kind of get to the slightly satisfied or the like neutral, that's when I would say you're good to go. You're satisfied, you can stop eating. If you're actually tasting your food for the first time ever and you're being so mindful of when you're eating, you'll notice that your food stops tasting as good after a certain bite. The first 2-3 bites taste amazing. And literally after about like 10 to 20 bites, the taste kind of tampers off. And if you've honestly are actually tasting the food, you will notice this. And the last point I'm gonna go over today is honor your health with gentle nutrition. This one I really enjoy that it's in there because it's not all about eating whatever you want, whenever you want. It also means actually eating food that is healthy for you because your body needs it. There's a time and a place, right, is how I see it. A balance. Sometimes you want to eat just for pleasure, and sometimes you want to eat because it makes you feel good and gives you energy, and it's what your body wants. Your body usually is actually craving nutrients, and a lot of those unhealthy processed foods don't have it. So there is a time and a place, I believe, to eat healthy. I always just talk to myself kind of before I eat, right? How's this food gonna make me feel? As simple as that. And if it's gonna give me energy, it's gonna make me feel good, it's gonna like finally get rid of my hunger, I might eat it at that certain time. Maybe there's a different time. I'm on the couch, it's 8 p.m., going to bed right away, and I'm craving something, and I just want to eat something for pleasure. And I say, oh, it's gonna make me feel like shit, but I'm going to bed after this. So sometimes I might eat that food. Or sometimes I might be like, I don't want to feel crappy today. I know that eating lots of carbs in the morning literally ruins my whole day. I'm not going to eat that unhealthy processed food right in the morning. And that's kind of what I live by. I always eat a super healthy breakfast and lunch because it just fuels me for the day. It makes me feel good. There is a time and a place to eat healthy food if you want, and there is a time and place to enjoy yourself and feel the pleasure. Go to that wedding and go to that birthday party and enjoy yourself and don't worry so much about food. And honestly, the food freedom you get when you start thinking this way is like so worth it. You don't need to be a size 0 to be healthy. So with that all being said, these really do help people, I believe, with their binging, and it definitely helped me, and I do think that there's some evidence out there that it helped other people get healthier. So it is a lot of mental work though. You have to constantly think about your food before you eat it, or you have to constantly talk to yourself before you eat food and stuff like that. And you have to put a lot of work into it at the beginning. But how I see it is, would you rather do that, or would you rather put a bunch of work into dieting, finding recipes that don't have certain ingredients, going to restaurants and asking the waitress 50 questions, craving all the time, failing constantly because it's so hard? Honestly, I think dieting is 10 times harder than just being more mindful of your food. Also, dieting literally has a 90 to 95% failure rate. So I don't know why you would even want to put in that amount of time and energy to do something that doesn't even have a success rate. Where I know a lot of successful intuitive eaters that feel great and are just healthier in general. But that is everything I have for you guys today. So hopefully I'll make a new video soon. But I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.